Everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9. So we will be doing this reading, Cakes at Wedding or History of Cakes. So that was also part of 26th October 2024. So definitely they are going to talk about cakes and pastries and weddings, uh, history and all. So let's start this reading without reading anything from here, from the passage. Okay. So directly we will see the types of questions they have given for this reading. So first type of question we have been given true false not given. So 1 to 6 number questions. Then we have fill in the blanks, complete the notes with one word only. These are the notes. And last also fill in the blanks, label the diagram below with one word. So definitely I will start my reading from first type of question, that is true false not given. You do practice with me definitely, then you will get benefit, and you can till then you can subscribe and like, but at the end when you will get some benefit from this video. So let's do this true false not given. As I already explained you earlier in earlier videos, we have to read the question statement. These are the question statement. We will try to understand its meaning and then come out with one or two keywords. Those keywords will take you to the location of this question statement in the reading passage. After getting the location in the reading passage, you will try to match the meaning of this statement with the information that we have found in passage. Then, so let's do this. I will just tell you in what situation it is going to be true, in what situation it is going to be false and not given. Breaking a cake over the bride's head was the last part of an ancient Roman wedding ceremony. Okay, breaking a cake over the bride's head and the last part, ancient Roman wedding ceremony. Okay, so we will find ancient Roman first and breaking a cake. Okay, so these two keywords will take us to the location, and then after getting the full statement in the reading passage, then if it was this ceremony was the last part of an ancient Roman wedding ceremony, then it will be true. And if this ceremony was the initial part of the wedding, then it will be false. And if they are not talking whether this breaking a cake over bride's head was last or first part, then it will be not given. Try to understand. These two keywords will take us to the location in the reading passage, and after getting location, if it was the last, it means this is the main verb, main thing here. With the help of this main thing, you will decide your answer whether it is true, false or not given. So first question, first type of question, definitely 99% you will get this location in the first paragraph. Okay, let's do it and you do with me, that will be great. In Western culture, since antiquity, means since old times or ancient times, wedding customarily have been celebrated with a special cake. Ancient Roman wedding ceremony, see this ancient Roman wedding word is there. Were finalized means by breaking a cake. Finalized means last part. Were finalized by breaking a cake. Breaking a cake word is also there. Breaking a cake of wheat or barley over the bride's head as a symbol of good fortune. Over the bride, it was the last part. It means it is clearly given this ceremony was the last part of an wedding ceremony. It means this is absolutely true. Okay, now till here we have got first question. Now after that we will get second location, third location and fourth. So true false not given are 99% in order wise. Next is confetti is still made of nuts, dried nuts and honeyed almonds. Okay, this word will take us to the location, and then we will find nuts, dry fruit and honeyed almonds. Okay, let's find this confetti. I will not read so much. Whatever the important is there, which so confetti is here, nuts is also here, dried fruit, honeyed almonds, everything is here. Okay, let's read the statement here. Confetti is still made of, if it is still made of nuts, dry fruit and honeyed, then it will be true. Okay, still means present time they are talking. So wedding guests were also supplied with sweet meats called confetti, sweet mixture of nuts, dry. So they were means past. Dried fruit and honeyed means this sentence is, they are talking about past tense. But we are looking for still means present tense. Are they following the same thing? Handfuls of confetti were showered over the bride and groom. Indeed, it seems to have been custom to throw confetti enthusiastically. Eventually, confetti in the form of sweets and nuts were replaced with rice flower petals and colored flower paper, and these two new types of confetti continue to be thrown over newly married couple in merit. It means the now that trend has been changed, confetti in the form of rice or flower petals or paper. So here they are saying is still made of nuts, dried. So this made of nuts and dried and all, it was in past tense. See this? So it means this is false. Now first paragraph almost we have done. Now let's move to second paragraph. You can do it till now. I will be showing you second question location. Okay. So now third question. The groom's family used to supply the confetti. Okay. If the groom's family were supplying this confetti, then it will be true. If another family is supplying this confetti, then false. And if they are not talking who is supplying this confetti, then it will be not given. Okay. So Romans invaded 43 AD in Britain. Many of their customs became British life customs, including their wedding customs. Normans invaded Britain in this French tradition, other changes. So here I think they have started talking about something different, but in this paragraph they were not talking who was supplying this confetti. Nothing is given is, so it means this is not given. Now next, fourth number. It was considered lucky for a newly married couple to be able to kiss over a tower of spiced buns. Okay, spiced buns is my this thing. Keyword married couple. Luck. Okay, so spiced buns. Let's find these word newly couple, married couple also we can find. Next paragraph. So this we have read. We are looking for spice. Spiced buns is here. Okay, spiced buns is here. So let's read this. Other changes came about to increase trade and contract with Europe, but present day British wedding traditions remain firmly rooted in the past. In medieval Britain, some spiced buns, which were common everyday fare, were often eaten at wedding. These were stacked in towering pile as high as possible. If the bride and groom were able to kiss over the tall stake, it augured a lifetime of riches. The earliest recipe exclusive for eating. Okay, so let's read this. They are talking about small spice buns. Okay, what is the question? Let's read it again. It was considered lucky. If it was considered lucky, then it will be false for a newly married couple over spiced buns. Okay. Okay, so let's read it again. So here you can see spice bun. In medieval Britain, small spiced buns, which were common everyday fare, were often eaten at weddings. These were stacked in towering pile as high as possible. If the bride and groom, means newly married couple, were able to kiss over the stall, everything is given, tall stake, it augured a lifetime of riches. Lifetime of riches here means like they are blessed. They were considered lucky. It means this is also true. So see this from here. From here to here you can read the sentence structure. This is the question, fourth question I am talking about. Read it again, pause the screen. I am just doing it. Okay. Now fifth question. Only brides were allowed to eat bride pie. So bride pie. Only brides were allowed to eat bride pie. Okay. So bride pie is here. The earliest British recipe exclusively for eating at weddings is bride pie, which was recorded in this. This was a large round pie with an elaborately decorated pastry that concealed a filling of oysters, pine nuts. Each guest had to eat a small piece of pie. It means here it is given opposite. Only brides were allowed to eat bride pie. No. Each guest had to eat a small piece of pie. Not. So the location you can see this. They are talking about brides and eat bride pie. If only brides were allowed to eat bride pie, then it will be true, and if others are also allowed, it means be false. So here we have got each guest had to eat a small piece of pie. It means this is false. Got it? Now sixth number question. The wedding cakes eaten in Britain today developed from bride cake of 17th century. The wedding cakes eaten in Britain today dwell from bride cake of the 17th century. Okay, let's move to next page. See this next 17th century I have got in next paragraph. In the 17th century, bride pie was changed into bride cake, the predecessor of the modern British wedding cake. Cakes containing dry fruit, sugar, symbols of prosperity, this and this. No, our location is from here to here. Now you decide your answer. The wedding cakes eaten in Britain today developed from bride cake of the 17th century. If you understand, if you can understand the paraphrasing of this sentence and this sentence, then you would be able to get the correct answer. So here they are asking the wedding cakes eaten in Britain today developed from old things, old type of cake from the 17th century. In the 17th century, bride cake was changed into bride cake. The predecessor means the old, the predecessor means like the back one of the British modern British wedding. So here in modern they are following, and in 17th something was different like that, and it means before this modern it was bride pie. It means it is correct. Developed, eaten in Britain today, developed from bride cake of the 17th century. So it is also true. Now let's do this. Complete the notes below. One word only. We have to take care of this one word. Instructions are really important. So here notes means they will be giving some topics, and then we will find topics. You can say this keywords only. Wedding cake, 17th century Britain bride cake. Expensive ingredients were sign of wealth. Less expensive round cakes were made of. So round cakes we have to find were made of dash. So let's find. We have left the location of true false not given here only in this paragraph. Okay, so after that 17th century is here, British bride cake here it is, and we have to find round cake. So I can see this round of pastry. So less expensive. So let's read it fully. Symbols of prosperity, sign of wealth is here. See this, gradually became the centerpiece for wedding. Some people made bride cake in the cheaper means less expensive form of two large rounds of pastry sandwiched together with currants and sprinkled with sugar. So round cakes were made of pastry. Of is the words before blank are also important to find correct answer. Made of pastry. Now next question 8. They were baked on a hearth stone because not all homes had. Okay, hearth word we will find. Hearth is here. See this, see this. So one by one we are getting location. Please do practice with me and subscribe. So they were baked on hearth. Okay, very few homes at the time could boast of having ovens, but this type of pastry cake could be cooked on a baking some stone on hearth. They were baked on hearth. So here try to understand what I mean to say in fill in the blanks. You will get first part of the sentence in the passage. Here see this talk, they were baked on the hearth. They are talking at the end of the sentence in the reading passage, but here they have paraphrased. Try to understand. They will take the second part of the sentence at the first in the blank. So they were baked on a hearth stone because not all homes had. Here very few homes, not all homes means very few homes at the could boast of having ovens. They had ovens. So this is the answer. Okay, so next is now United States. United States, somewhere we have United States is here in the next paragraph. See this. Okay, so groom cake. Guests receive pieces of the groom's cake. Cakes may represent the dash. Okay, so let's read this. United States is here. However, the tradition has undergone a revival in the United States, where for many years groom's cake has served as a wedding gift for guests. Modern groom's cake are often. Okay, just a minute. So this United States we are talking. See this, I have shown it to you. Here it is given United States groom cake. Okay, where for many years just receive pieces of the groom's cake, pieces of the where for many years groom's cake has served wedding gift for guests. Modern groom cakes are often formed decorated to depict the groom's hobby. Cakes may represent the dash to depict, decorate pieces of. For many years, cakes has served as a gift for modern crew. Cakes are often formed and decorated to depict the groom's hobby. So we can select represent means to depict the groom's hobby way. We can, because we have to write only one word, so we can cut this groom. Hobby will come here. So next question is label the diagram. One word only. Here also we have to follow one word only. Now full paragraph we have read. Now I am looking for early 1900s and examples of wedding cakes with several. 17th century, no, we are not looking. Mixture has bitten 2 hours. They are talking about process of this cake. Okay, next paragraph we can shift. See this, in the late 1800s means in the early 1900 we can just paraphrase. In the early 1900, the late 1900, okay, the examples of wedding cakes with several saw the introduction of new tradition with the multi-layered wedding cakes. Wedding cakes with several tired, can we write? No, they were impressive cakes. They were heavy because they were made so much dried fruit, decorated and embellished with sugar, flowers, bells. The first multi-layered cakes comprised iced cakes stacked on each of other like a succession of boxes with several. Okay, I will show you the diagram also. See this diagram, 10th number is, they have given like that. So what is this? And what is 11th number? And what is this 12th number? They have not given any arrow. 13th is this. 13th I can see this. I think this is icing. On cake it is icing. So what is this? Several layers or something. So let's read the words over here. Examples of wedding cakes with several. But where is several? The first multi-layered cakes comprised iced cakes stacked on top of each other like a succession of boxes gradually decreasing in size. So examples of wedding cakes with several. So here in 1800 we have got, means early 1900. They were impressive cakes because I think directly they have not used the word examples. And embellished. The first multi-layered cakes comprised iced cakes stacked on each other. That we know. Stacked on each other, it is given. It is just placed on each other. Stacked means. And what they are talking with several. It's the like a succession of boxes gradually decreasing in size. So I can just leave it. 11th. In the early 1900s were used to keep individual cakes apart. Okay, so first multi-layered cakes comprised ice cakes stacked on top of each other like a succession of boxes decreasing in size. The cakes from upper tiers did not sink into lower tiers because they were bit put on top of each other. Icing between each cake had time to harden. It was not until the beginning of 20th century then the cake tiers were separated by columns. Separated by columns. Separated. This is separate. You can see this is separate. 19. So how they have just used this paragraph like that. See this, so many things. It was not until the beginning of 20th century. It means, no, it is early in the late 18th means 1900. Early were used to keep individual cakes apart. That I have separated and supported by columns. This I can use it. In the early 19th, columns were used to keep individual cakes apart. That cake tiers were separated and supported by columns. That I will use it here, columns, because now I can understand. They were used to keep individual cakes apart, means separated by columns. Columns they are using this thing. Okay. So next one is the size of these cakes as well as their dash affects pricing. Now we have to find the prices also. 21st century weddings are big business for industry. cost is here. Okay, let's find the answer. The size of these cakes as well as their dash size also as their affects pricing. Okay, pricing already they have given. The cost of all important wedding cakes can be hundreds of pounds depending on dimension and size. Dimension means size. Design, here we can use design, as well as means and dimension of these cakes as well as the design affects pricing. So starting in sentence is talking about cost. Hardened dash, hardened word I have just read from where. Hardened, I have just, yeah, hardened is here. See this? Hardened dash between cakes stopped, higher cakes sinking into tower cakes. Okay. So here it was clearly given hardened. So let's do this hardened word. Hardened. Between is also there. See this, these words will give you correct answer. Between is there. Icing, hardened word is here, so it means icing will come here. Okay, so here also they are just giving arrow for, I think outer layer is always icing, so that's why it is correct answer. This you can tell me this answer what will come.